Welcome back to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2012. We're in the Ezurum Curling Arena in Ezurum, Turkey. My name is Sandra Olvag. I'm joined by the lovely Sarah Carlson.
And here we see the red group, Canada and China, way ahead. Today's future game is between China and France. France struggling with one win and 3 losses so far.
We see France's lineup: Tony Angebou, Angeboost, and Delphine Charlet.
And the lineup for China is Ji Jansong and Liu Siya. Their coach is Li Hongchen.
China won the last stone draw, so they will have hammer for the first end. Also playing the yellow stones. France will play the red. Take a look at the arena here as Tonji Angeboost gets ready in the hack. And now we'll see all 5 sheets ready to play. Tony looking for that very important first freeze. And this mixed doubles curling. Rules are slightly different. Can you fill us up on that, Sarah?
I can. There are 2 players in each team, 1 male, 1 female, and you have 6 stones per end instead of what you normally see is 8. 2 of them are already placed, so the team with hammer will start off with 1 stone just behind the tee line, the yellow one that you see on your screens there, and the team without hammer will have a center guard. So we'll get our first look at the Chinese female player, Liu Siya. And China, they played 2 games so far against Austria and Turkey. Won them both quite easily. They are both full-time curlers. I think that might make a big difference in the results that we're seeing.
Well, definitely. If you don't do anything except curling, you should be fairly well at what you do. Hopefully you won't get bored playing curling all day.
I don't think you would. I think it's a dream come true. So, a good call there from China, they're calling the freeze on the top stone. We've been talking about it a lot, try and control the front of the house rather than the behind of the tee line. And here's our first look at French curler, Delphine Charlet. The other thing in mixed doubles curling, when you throw 5 stones each end, one player will throw the first and the 5th one, and the other one will throw the 3 stones in between. Players are also allowed to change their lineup in between the ends. So Charlet coming up a little bit short with this one, and it sits as a guard. Come around, being called, and of course this is Ji Jansong. Jung Shul-beek plays for Korea.
Yeah, very good player. Just realised I actually played him before in the World Juniors last year. We lost to them, China. Played pretty well, but this drop pulls up short. Just on the guard. Certainly seen China been playing quite strong, and might be contenders for a medal this week.
I think they very well maybe. China overall in the world of curling are really stepping up these past couple of years, especially if you watch their technique, both with sliding and sweeping. They are very accurate. So another come around here for Delphine. Did speak to this French duo before the game. They have been struggling. They said the game plan is to just try and enjoy themselves and have a fun game, and they thought that that would be the key to making a few shots.
We know that Tony Anjiboost is a very good curling player. Plays with Thomas Dufour for the French men's team and has done that for many years now. Almost qualifying for playoffs in the Worlds last year, I think. But Delphine Charlet, maybe not so visual in the curling scene. I think they play in the B group of the Europeans, so French women hasn't really excelled at curling the last number of years.
This is a straight take out there from China. I think they were hoping for a little roll in, but still not a bad setup.
No, certainly just controlling in the front of the house. Removing one of the France's opportunities. China has hammer, so maybe France would just like to come in here for a good second shot. Maybe force China to take the one. Don't seem to have too many options right here.
So important to make a good one here. Don't want to leave too much room for China to draw to set two, and really important to set in front of the tee line. Definitely don't want to give them something to freeze on.
Non, non, Delph, c'est... Juste vitesse, hein, c'est vite. Non, c'est large, attends, Delph.
Looking a bit wide at the moment. Needs to get some good finish here. Tony out to help, or actually just taking over all the sweeping. Not sure if it could. Not sure if they were able to hide the inside of that shot. China might be able to come around and play the hit and roll. And I think that's what's been called for. Yi Yansong sliding down towards the hack. Looking for a little hit and flop in behind the guard to sit two. I've seen all the players have been playing a lot of draws all week, but these touch shots, these hack weight shots, we've seen them being missed a bit more because you don't have the sweepers to keep the line. So very delicate shot. But you see that Yi Yansong quickly up to power sweep this stone, try keep the line, but has wrecked on the guard. And he's one more French stone in there.
It's just yelling for Liu Si to sweep that one because he didn't want to set up an in-off opportunity for France.
Yeah, still not too much for France to get shot. Looking at an angled run, maybe.
Au pire, il y a ça. Ouais. Celle-là, elle a pas bougé.
Looks very difficult, so I think they're looking at maybe the angle tap. Try to get one stone into the forfeit, close up the scoring area.
That surely is a lot of ice.
Yeah, I think they're going for the angle tap here, actually. I'm not sure. I think you maybe could squeak by the guard, come to the inside, maybe slide off that wide red. But then you might.
It's a possibility, but this way you could It's probably easier to get the line and maybe bump the yellow.
Yeah, no, even if you nudge off your own shot there, you might leave a double. This way you probably won't leave a double. I'm not really sure
C'est large? Ah, c'est court, l'elfe.
what's been called for here, because it seems like they're playing a draw 8.
I
So
think they were just short.
probably looking to come to the inside,
Un peu? Non?
as we were talking about. Just probably a lot, just too much ice and a bit short.
3 pieds. Peut-être que quand tu pars large, chacun le moins.
So now if China can just find
Et toi, t'as fait pareil?
full 8 foot, they will score 2, and they are deciding that the easiest way to do that is to hit and roll in off their own.
I think there's a pretty decent chance of playing a draw 2. You only really need full 8 foot.
True, Sander. Maybe they feel like it's far out there and they don't really know what the weight will be like, so
Then again, looking at the ice, it might be playing a draw after all. Last stone of the first 10 anyway. That's WCF looking for a score of 2, and they are playing the draw.
big scrub required here. Can they drag it all the way?
Yi Sung really working hard here. Good sweeper, gets it to the tee line, curls enough, doesn't just nibble a forfeit, and it's a score for 2 for China. China line shot all day, and then being able to put one more in there for 2 points. They lead 2-0 after one end.
加油啊！我过来了。
缓一缓，等到那时间没了再投就赶趟。
我知道。
It was a bit of a sloppy end, I think, from both teams maybe. Didn't really see that bundle of stones in a forfeit that we're used to seeing in the mixed doubles.
No, both teams just wrecking on guards and coming up short.
So you see those stones lined up before every end. France with hammer has that stone in the house. The Osia looking to freeze onto it. And how important is this shot?
Oh, it's makes the end, I would say.
盯那线啊！
We've said it before, but basically, worst thing to do is be heavy with this one. You don't want to slip behind the tee line, and you definitely don't want to bounce off. So anywhere in front of the tee line, or even just locked onto that red one, is very useful. So I'd say this is a nice shot play by China.
Yeah. Very hard to come to the inside of this. So, but still easy to come down and tap it up for China afterwards.
Definitely, since you're not allowed to play takeouts until the 4th stone in each end. The mixed double curling format will create a kind of race to the button. And as we said, if you're racing to the button, there's no real point in starting off behind the button. So
true. Yeah, stones behind the tee line rarely find themselves on the lid when the end is done.
that's true.
Tony Anjaboost reckon on the guard.
Si, ben, en fait, si tu reviens au milieu, ça
Just a
freine.
little bit of a missed line call there by Delphine.
Les 4 pieds, on n'a pas trop joué.
And now we see China being able to use this stone top of the 8 foot. Call is to tap it back onto the red shot stone.
没问题啊，只是线路。
顶着点线。
8、9。
顶着点线。好，嗨，嗨，全力好。
Looking pretty good here. Perfect line, perfect weight. Taps up. Looking strong so far, China.
Même à table, c'est juste. En in.
Probably the favourites
Il te
before
fallait
this
combien,
game.
toi, pour venir tout à l'heure au centre?
Yes, when you
Il
look
fallait
at
combien,
previous
gars, pour venir au
results,
centre?
I'd say yes.
Delphine Charlotte looking to come around the, what do you want to call it, a wide centre guard, or is that a corner guard? Somewhere in between.
A tight corner guard or a wide centre guard.
On a rien, ouais.
I think they're actually tapping this Sander, but she looks way short.
Oh, France, no.
Yeah, you want to be in front of the tee line, but maybe not short of the house when you're looking to come in.
Very true.
China maybe thinking just looking at two options, either the guard or the tap, depending on how greedy they are.
I think it's a guard being called. Might be wise when you don't have hammer.
You don't have hammer, you lead by 2 points, and with the guard you have a good chance of stealing one.
So Ji Yansong here with just a straight guard in order to make it difficult for France to get in the scoring area. Doesn't want this to overcurl though. And it will sit down nicely there.
Yeah, good shot, and just gotta wonder how France is gonna score on this end now. Get a peel off some of the guards. Could play this double here, the slash. You see Tony Angebus lining it up. You might run that second yellow back and catch one of the stones in the house. Preferably one of the hills.
Yes, definitely. Rather get the yellows out than the red. So some big weight required here from Delphine Charlet.
Has been able to put some heat on it. Does she have line though? Looks pretty close. Makes contact with the second one, not being able to move it though. And could very well be the same shot for China. I think we've seen this too in mixed doubles. When your last shot, just put up the card. Makes it difficult for your opponent. You don't have too many stones to run down, so.
No, true. It's once you find yourself in the position of needing to peel off guards, then it's always difficult, just because you don't have a lot of stones once you're allowed to start hitting. So you need to make them perfect.
So I think the Yansong's called this a bit heavy, so they're looking to play the tap instead, maybe. Going for the option B, unless it was called from the get-go, I don't know. Doesn't look too happy though.
No, I think there is an opportunity here for France to really get the yellows moving.
If they can catch enough of that top yellow, might run it back onto to nestle in the forefoot and spill them both. At least move him off the forefoot.
Tu mets un pétron, au pire ça ouvre et moi j'ai deux solutions sur la dernière. Fais ça, tac. D'accord, on
Faut que
fait
je
le
fasse
jaune.
plus vite que ça?
Ah, non, c'est correct. Tu veux jouer le même curl?
Bah ouais, non?
Ouais.
So again, here you need some weight. Probably be better for Tony Andrew-Boots to play the shot. He's a very good take-up player. Do you think the lineup is wrong for France? You maybe like Tony in the middle there to make these shots?
I think we might see it change after this. Then again, if they end up being behind, then you need to make a lot of draws.
Yep. So they call for the run back.
Ouais. Ouais, ouais.
And sweep is required here.
Modeste. Loin la rouge, loin la rouge.
So close to catching the top one. But does open up play.
Tu la touches, tu la décales un peu.
And
C'est quoi, j'ai...
China
Ouais.
only has one stone to go.
La deuxième, donc tu vois, c'est juste l'autre, tu la...
I think they'll be quite happy, China, to light 2 now and put up the guard.
Yeah, this guard needs to be perfect, but if they make it, it's going to be difficult for France to even score. Liu Xia, the last one for China in the second end. And you said that before, when you're playing the last shot of the end and it's a guard, then you're normally quite happy.
Yep. But looking maybe a bit up for weight, and we might see another tap. Don't think that's the worst either.
Je pense que si je tire, celle-là, elle tape dans celle-là. Donc pour le moment, il y a deux.
Not looking too good for France here.
Comment?
Certainly you could try and spill the yellows, but you might jam onto your red. I'm not sure.
Piler le vent, ça sert à rien, on peut se prendre un coup de 3.
So maybe looking at
Si tu viens là juste en
Then
fond
off.
de jeu pour la pousser,
Ça passe pas?
tu viens en tir?
Maybe some big brain
Ah,
work
let's
here
go
for
for it.
France to try and figure out all the angles.
you could also draw and try to get a second shot
Non?
Je peux rien faire d'autre, hein, pour le moment, je pense.
to limit the score, or pick off the shot indicated by Tony.
I think that might be
Ça,
the
pour moi, il y a
easiest. I
quand
don't
même
think
deux.
there's a really easy draw here
Ça, il y a
either.
le contre aussi. Avec la rouge, il y a le contre, quoi qu'il arrive.
With those guards, semi-center corner-ish, it's going to be difficult to come in with a draw.
Non, mais
Taking some time here.
Ça, on fait ça.
Ah, c'est dur, hein.
I think he's gonna want to play it in off. Often the first thing you look at is what you end up with.
Faut que je prenne ça
And
comme ça.
don't know about you, Sarah, but I love playing these in
Vas-y,
offs.
comme tu veux.
It's certainly really fun when you make them.
Ah là, ils en ont deux, hein.
When you get a look at the time clocks,
rester.
both teams have 46 minutes to finish the game.
Je te mets quoi?
So we're going to see a huge shot from Tony Andrew-Boost. Playing the in off, so just want to catch this wide corner guard, really thin,
Je te mets quoi?
and then direct onto the yellows, and might stick it for one if he's really good. But hopefully just at least remove one Chinese stone. So last stone of the second. Tony Anjaboost looking for the hero shot. Will he curl enough? That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good result. He gets away with giving up one to China.
Yeah, caught the corner guard maybe a bit too thick, but does remove one yellow. Should be happy with that. Although China still leading the game. And now it's 3-0 after 2 ends.
Avec les rouges, on était bloqués là. Et puis venir taper les jaunes, on avait le contre. Si on se prend le contre et moi que je sors.
And if you are curious about the other games here in Ezurum Curling Arena, on sheet A, we've got Norway and Finland with a little Scandinavian battle at 2 points each. Austria is leading Latvia 3 shots to 1. Switzerland took 3 in the first against Estonia, who got 2 back in the second end. And Canada leading Turkey 3 shots to 1. As Liu Xia gets us underway in the third end. She made some really nice first shots in the first and second end.
But this one's really heavy and might. Yeah. Probably not the greatest shot for her. I wonder if the ice has speeded up, because we saw a couple of heavy draws in the previous end too. Well, the last guards were kind of long, or if it's just them being a bit too safe. Tony Anjaboost also maybe a bit heavy on this draw.
Yeah, we said that maybe we talked about that. You don't have your sweepers, and it's difficult to get that communication. A lot of teams work with stopwatches and things like that. And it might be difficult when you don't get your split time. It's hard to communicate just how much weight you need to throw. Do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a whole different thing. Being 2 people, no sweepers. I don't know. I think you have to adjust a lot to play this game. And you can see top players not really making too many shots that you've used them seeing.
Ji Yang-tong though here, he has made some terrific draws so far. And this will just tick the guard.
Yeah, probably had the right weight, but just a bit tight on line, and has opened things up a bit. And that's probably good for France, as they have the last stone. Already 2 red stones in there.
Voilà, sinon on roule un peu en cachette. Soit ici. Si ça curle, on va un peu en cachette.
If you are curious about the game or have any questions for us, you could post them on Facebook on the World Curling Federation site. You can also use Twitter. Use hashtag WMDCC2012. We are going to do our very best to answer them. As Delphine Charlet, again with a lot of weight on this draw, ticks her own and slips to the back of the rings.
Yeah, I had a chance to put some pressure on China there. But now China maybe looking to remove a couple of reds. Going to play this double on the wing, maybe.
J'ai essayé de faire tirer, mais c'était tout la raté là. Je vous dis, un deuxième point en haut, c'est quand même pas mal. On a celle-là à la fin, on la voit de toute façon. Au pire, tu vois, c'est à la fin, c'est celle-là qui nous gêne. Bon, bah là, écoute, la même, on est en blanc, un peu caché. Ils vont jouer ça, ils vont tirer. Nous, on aura toujours un peu pour notre point là-haut. Sauf si nous, c'est le tir contre pas.
We'll get one, but sits in front of the other, so not really easy for France to score with that back red as we're sitting right now.
Yeah, I think they're just going to ignore that back red and try to focus on the red that's in the forfeit. And this next shot, trying to come around this wing guard in front and sit two. A lot of ice has been taken.
Quoi la vitesse, Delph?
Vitesse, il y en a peut-être un peu plus.
Ouais. Oh, ouais, ouais. Oh,
non, il y en a plus, vitesse.
Oh, ouais. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh,
There's some big curl there, but again, too much weight from Charlie. Slips. It looks like it's all the way through.
Yeah, not a good shot there by Charlotte.
China can hit to set three. So it looks like Ji Yansong is having second thoughts. Is he thinking about the freeze?
I don't think so. I think he's just wondering if he wants to play the nose hit or make a roll.
That makes sense.
And I'm not sure what he's going for.
The nose hit could leave a very good freezing opportunity for France.
So maybe just a bit tight on line here. But I think that's still a pretty good shot. Even got the little bounce back to lie partially in front of the tee line.
Je te dirais bien venir là, mais je vois même pas comment on peut venir. Essayez de tirer, Delph.
On peut?
Sinon, il y a la cachette pure, mais... C'est tiré?
France discussing the freeze or the hit and roll.
Normal?
Normal?
So they will play a hit. Do you think they are wanting to roll or just sit on top of the one yellow?
Don't know, sitting on top probably isn't a bad thing. You would still have some backing from one of the yellow stones.
Elle curle pas, moi, en fait.
Ah ouais, je vois bien, ouais.
Hein?
Je vois bien qu'elle curle pas.
Don't think she'll sit on top. She'll catch this. I was going to say quite thinly, but I don't think she even touched that stone. Went straight through it.
C'est le seul qui a pas carré comme ça de tournoi pour moi.
Tony has a wee laugh.
行吗？行。大家稍往外一点点。
Looking very difficult for France now.
Yeah, there's not really much working for them.
So China line 3. They are guarding, I think, guarding those two in the forefoot area. Or maybe just putting this on the top of the 12 foot.
I think the most important thing is line here.
Yeah.
用火烧吗？
Also, if you're in behind those two guards, you're definitely making the draw
等等线，线到。
more difficult
等等等等等等。
for Tony.
等一等啊。花儿。花儿。哎呦我。
Oh, so Yan Sung was looking at maybe ticking off the guard slightly to take a bit of weight off the shot, but it will slide all the way down to the forefoot.
Tu la prends pleine, ça fait, non?
Faut que j'arrive carreau Delphi.
Comme ça?
So I think it's easier for Tony to score now. If that stone was maybe 4 feet shorter, it would be harder. He'd probably have to play a draw. Now he's going to play a takeout. But again, if it just over curls or doesn't curl enough here, he might give up on our big steal. I think the worst thing about mixed doubles is if you're slightly inside and you know it, no one's going to help you. That's the worst thing. You just let go and think, oh no.
Let go and yell sweep, but there's no one there. Let's hope he's not inside of this one.
Oh, let's hope for a nose hit here for France to score one and maybe get back in the game. Last stone on the third end. Tony will jump up and maybe sweep. So he was maybe a bit inside. And is a bit unlucky here. Rolls a bit too far with the shooter. The one yellow will jam on at the back there, and it's a steal of 2 for China. But a huge smile on Tony's face nonetheless.
Don't think there's much to do but laugh now.
I think maybe his ambitions of a medal has has ended. Now China leading this game 5 shots to nothing after 3 ends. I think maybe not to throw anyone under the bus here, but it's probably Delphine Charlet that's struggling a bit more maybe, although Tony is not pulling off too many shots, but we just know that he's such a good player. He's probably one of the best players out here in the championship. So,
Yeah, but he has been being left with some difficult last ones, so the key probably is right now to try and find the draw weight. Cannot afford to put any more stones through the house.
just wonder if Tony's confidence is lacking a bit, or if he's maybe not too focused.
And it's also very tough mentally when you're making when you're playing the last shots, if you're constantly left with like long run backs or doubles. It can really take a lot of energy. Tony just need to find that again, and Delphine need to find the draw weight, and maybe we could have a good game again. But look at this beauty from China.
Very nice shot. Way better than in the previous end. Gets the line, level tap, and now Tony, you have to make a good one too. Don't want to make a fool out of himself. Don't want to lose this game 15-0. That's what I'm saying. But
You jinxed him.
maybe. And now he actually looks a bit upset. Maybe a bit tired of missing shots.
Non?
truc bizarre.
So opportunity for China to sneak another yellow in there.
If he could just play to come around and sit right on top of his own yellow, that would be perfect.
Ji Yansong has really proved himself in this game so far. A lot of really nice draws and takeouts.
力量小吗？
力量给，力量偏小。
偏小下线。
So maybe just looking for the tight guard actually.
站位了，站位了。
站位。
留点传啊，看点线，注入传。
稍微一点，嗨。再来点。
So I think China's been quite reasonable. Just they're playing the simple shots very well.
Here we see their coach, Li Hongchen.
你手太小了，带不进去。
Sinon on peut faire jaune.
Comme tu veux.
Yes, this is not, if you're France right now, this is not a situation that you want to be looking at 5 shots down and peeling guards. You really want to be drawing in, setting up nice angles and leaving yourself in good positions rather than bailing out.
On passe là, l'elfe. Fin. Tac, tac, tac.
Ok.
Peut tirer fort. Ah oui. Ouais, l'elfe. Oh, changement.
Delphine,
Ouais.
Charlie
Oh. Ouais, ouais. Ouais, ouais. Ouais, ouais.
look to peel off some guards, but doesn't quite make it. And there's still a couple of guards up in front of the house,
Non, couché.
and I do believe China's going to put one more up there.
Yeah, really unlucky. There were a couple of ways that you could hit that one and come out with a good result, but straight through the hole.
Yeah, and does leave the shooter around too, making an out-turn draw quite difficult if they were to choose that later on. So fairly blocked off this house now.
And once again, Ji Jansong here with just a straight guard,
有点大吗？大。
indicating that he has put a little bit too much weight on this.
3、2、3、合一下，不合，不合，不合。
And although we don't really know what they are saying, we do hear constant communication from the Chinese team, both from the skipper and the player, and it really helps them get the most out of all of their shots.
Yeah, they seem really focused, really on good communication, and a lot of low fives and high fives.
On essaie
Yeah.
de jouer entre les deux là.
Positive energy all the time.
Non.
En quoi?
On tire pareil, tire fort. Vas-y,
You
monte,
maybe
je te-
see the
je vais
difference
toucher
here
un
when
peu.
you've got from France some very experienced curler, but maybe not that used to the mixed doubles format, while you see the Chinese players who are both used to curling in mixed doubles and probably know each other quite well. Really seem to have a good grasp of the game.
Yep. Making good calls and executing those calls quite well. On the other hand, we have France, probably making good calls, but not really executing too much. I'm not sure what this means. A huge smile might indicate a miss.
Tony Anjabus just signalled that that was gone just when she let it go. And even though it is important to have a laugh, I think that communication is now going to put France in some trouble, because it's almost like they're communicating that they are going to miss their shots. It's definitely not going to make it easier to make them.
Hopefully they haven't given up on this game yet. I think a good goal for every game is at least to put a point up on the scoreboard for yourselves.
Yeah, at least aim to play well. So we see a third guard here from
一下很好啊，
Ji
力
Yun-sung.
量，
2、3，好，
进来就行，不太下线，不算太下线啊，下线擦一擦呢，哇，下来了 ，OK 啊，擦一擦，再走一走也行啊，OK 老师。
Good placement there.
Good thing about China too is they're 5 up, but they don't seem to relax too much. They're still focused and still executing their shots well. They're not gonna, you know, ease down before they win the game, I think.
I don't think they are either. So, what can Delphine Charlet make of this?
Del, faut arriver comme ça.
So a bit wide on her previous shot. This time maybe a bit tight. And going to just play the nose hit. It's not getting any better for France. And now China's going to play a draw, actually.
Huh?
Like
They can't really guard anymore.
就给我刚才你张眼那点就行。
No.
行吗？
The only shot I see for France is maybe that angled run back on the wide red.
Yes.
That'd be there for one. So
I think it is there. But China, as long as China gets in behind cover now, though, they should be fine. They definitely don't want to set up a double.
no.
So maybe rather wreck on the guard and coming up wide here.
Yeah, I think. I do think you should do a lot to be wide
蝴蝶
here,
有
though.
东西，
That guard is so high, it shouldn't really be
线路
in
偏
play.
大一点点啊，
蝴蝶有东西啊。
But they
力
are
量
looking
大
a
就插出去啊。
bit wide so far. Maybe a bit up on weight.
你看点线啊，你看点线，
They are just looking to
插出去啊。
get the stone to settle.
Instead, they will drag it behind the T line to make sure that they don't leave a double or a
不是，
不插在身上
yeah, a double.
他前头有站位。
No, I don't think that. Now that angle raise isn't too easy either.
呀，
He's probably just going to jam on that shot just played by China. So pretty much think that Tony needs to bend the laws of gravity here to even score.
Je pense, hein.
Hmm?
Ouais.
So what's the plan? Is he going to try and draw for one?
I think he's just going to draw to give up one.
You can hear him whistling going down the ice. Is it possible if you go really, really tight on all of these guards to get a little move on the yellow and maybe score?
Anything's possible, Sarah.
Hope for a pick somewhere in there.
Well, we'll see what happens. Last stone of the fourth end. Tony Anjaboost looking to limit the score.
Juste la ligne, Del.
Sorry, China's only lying one, so
你了，
not sure what this draw is going to
Ah
do.
ouais, c'est pas un large.
The answer is nothing, Sander. It's going to be a steal of one for China.
La ligne est
Think
bonne,
maybe you
c'est
should have
juste la vitesse.
Probably gone for that run back.
Juste la vitesse, hein.
Might have had a chance to score. But it's going to be another steal for China. And still no score for France. After 4 ends, China leads the game 6 shots to nothing. And both teams will have a short break before the 5th end, and so will we. So we'll be back in a few moments with this future game between France and China. So I'd like to welcome you back to this live stream of the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship. Our future game right now is France playing China, and it's China leading the game by 6 shots to nothing. Really outplaying France. And you see Liu's here playing this important first freeze. She's done that quite well over the first 4 ends.
It's been fantastic. And looks like we're in for another one here.
Maybe a bit more heavy than she would have liked, but will sit very nicely in behind the guard, so you can approve of that shot.
I approve.
And it looks like we've had a change in the French lineup. Delphine Charlet is now throwing the 1st and 5th stone, and Tony Angiboost has probably decided to throw the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Probably a team decision.
I would hope so.
We've been talking about it, that maybe Tony should be throwing the 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
And a good result straight away. A very, very nice come around by Delphine.
Very nice indeed.
Here you see some young Turkish curling fans in the stands. This arena in Ezurum, brand new. And really an opportunity for a lot of Turkish curlers to get into the sport.
It's probably not the biggest sport in Turkey yet. Hopefully, though, it will grow, and soon everyone in Turkey will know about curling.
After they've all seen this webcast, I believe they will. Here is Chinese male player Ji Yansong. Excellent sweeping example here. You can see him really low, putting a lot of pressure on this broom. Comes up a little bit shorter than what they would have hoped, but in a nice line. And again, you'd rather shorten in the house than behind the T-line.
Yeah, line's absolutely perfect. It's going to be hard for France to play a tap on their own stone. You've got to move that shot stone in the 1 foot there. More young fans looking on. Turkey is playing against Canada as we speak.
They are having a little bit of a struggle though. Down 7 shots to 1.
Elsewhere on the ice, we see Switzerland leading Estonia 6 shots to 2. Austria leading Latvia 4 shots to 3. And between Finland and Norway, it's Finland scoring a huge 4 in the 4th, now leading 6 shots to 4 in that game. And
France again having to peel off guards. It's just not a situation that you want to be in, especially when you're down by 6 points. But here's Tony Angiboost with a big weight. He needs to remove a lot of granite here.
Ooh, wonderful shot. It's not bad.
Bang, bang, boom, and there they go.
That's pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, not bad, but that yellow is quite nicely angled onto the yellow. I think we're going to see China just play the scoreboard here and try and remove the reds. The red. Take out from Ji Yansong.
Oh, so a bit wide. and doesn't remove the red.
8秒34。
Here we see head ice technician Scott Henderson.
Tu veux pas
Je sais pas s'il faut que je revienne comme ça là. Ou s'il faut que je revienne là.
Just making sure the ice is as good as it's been all week. I'm not sure if he sleeps though. He's out here watching most of the games.
Short et si je
And
He
yeah,
said he's working 18 hours a day.
yep, that's
Leave before 6 in the morning and go back after 11 o'clock at night. It's tough being an ice maker.
ça.
that is
Moi je roule là. On leur laisse aussi un double. J'aimerais bien me mettre là, Delph.
viens te mettre
Mais
là.
je sais
probably
pas,
try and
j'ai
sleep
juste pas quelqu'un.
as the games are going on, but these games here are a bit shorter than usual,
Ouais,
so
ouais, parce que là c'est dur là.
maybe Scott prefers the coffee instead. As a call, a freeze call by France, maybe.
Yeah, that
Try-
certainly wouldn't be a bad call.
Try and sit on top of that shiny stone on the top of the forfeit.
Ouais, oui, oui,
Gotta make sure you keep some stones around if you want to score.
oui, 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 oui.
So a bit tight for a line here, Tony. And it's just going to catch the guard. We've seen that happen plenty of times for France so far.
Vous allez bien?
Hein?
Vous allez bien?
Bah ouais, bien, bien.
Still manages to
小直的这儿。
go in the rings, and China discussing who is lying short.
他这边打两个的话留不下头，直接站一个呢。
Do you think it is China? So again, the call is a guard. We've seen Ji Yansong put up a lot of good ones.
Thought maybe they might be going for just a hit and roll off the top red.
Yeah, they were discussing that as first, and maybe not a bad call when you're up 6-0 to remove some opponent rocks. It is fourth shot though.
Well, we'll see. Couple of red ones in there. It's good for France, I think. Don't think they'll mind them playing the guard.
哦，不太下线啊，放一放。下线擦
偏手
擦，
啊，力量偏手。
下线擦。
Maybe China
Come on,
feeling
Sheila.
positive that they have so much of a mental edge on France right now that if they put up a guard they might scare them.
哦，真的不错。
This one barely over the hog line, but still in a nice line.
你这个够精准。
La dernière, après, il n'y a plus que tienne, ils ont fait leur dernière.
Je vais essayer de faire
Neuf.
une motion avec notre rouge, non?
Avec la rouge là-haut.
C'est dur.
C'est faisable, mais bon. Au moins, c'est vrai que ça peut t'ouvrir pour faire un point sur la dernière.
Toi, tu pensais à quoi?
Ouais, je m'en-
Ou alors, est-ce que t'essayes pas le double?
Moi, hein?
Est-ce que t'essayes pas le double?
Je pense Delph, il y a le contre là. Tu vois, ça là.
Ok.
Mais je suis pas contre ça. En normal ou en pile?
Peut-être en normal? Non?
Normal en haut, Delph. Non mais attends, monte. Monte.
So they're going to play a run back.
Make this to set 2,
Un tout petit peu plus.
Yeah,
and with the third one in the house.
obviously
Opportunity here.
it's hard to stick this one though. I think I might be tempted to just play the tap maybe on the same stone. That way at least you leave some stones behind. I think you just got to go all out for it at this point.
I think that's a good call, Sander. It's so important too.
C'est dérapé ça.
leave your stones in the house at this point.
And he's not going to curl enough, I think. Going to catch his own. He's going to get that freeze he wanted. Almost. So, still 2 French stones in the house. But might have set up a double. Not the easiest one though.
你感觉稳了吗？前面空不太好过。
No, but China might as well go for it, even if they do lose it 2 in this end. Say they're still in pretty good shape.
China's called a timeout. So, you know, really taking every call serious here. They don't want to lose a 2. Or a 1 for that matter.
No, they don't. So, we're going to get first look at the coach, Li Hongchen.
You know, I'd be tempted to just fire away at the red one and hope for the best. We're 6 up. I probably wouldn't care too much, but then again, I'm not playing this event.
Probably would do the same thing.
But they're going to, you know, again, be very reasonable. Going to call on their coach because they're not quite sure of maybe the angles. Want a third opinion?
They are also thinking that they might still have an opportunity to steal here. It's dangerous, but not impossible.
但是他那边那个黄的一找的话就没了。
对，就找完了太难，头留不下，后面有那个相关。
对，你现在打他的话，打完往外射，那边是有线的。对。不打你分2分。对。就是只要是站位，打你可能得3分。
站位的话，他那个他打那个球的话不一定，除非他打得特别好。 得特别薄，特别正啊，打那个旗号特别薄。
要不然我说就往这边投一个呢？
就是站，奔这条线走。
这个线不太好走，因为它得过它过来。往这儿站一个是吧？打完那个黄球之后，他没有那个，他没有那个。
头没有这个球进就行。
你就往这边站一个呗，然后如果路线好的话，就奔这儿站一个。 往那儿站一个哈，
一半少不少？
正常投球点呗。你是不是正常给我投圆形？
So they're actually looking at a draw.
那你就这个点。
Playing a guard, front stone. Last shot for China. They really want to steal here.
If they make this good, they very well may.
I'd be tempted to just at least remove 1 red, and if you give away 2, no
you
big
don't
deal.
want to give up a 3.
No, this is probably the only way you could give up a 3, playing the shot. So let's see. Just gonna place this somewhere in front of the house or the top of the 12. They're looking at maybe splitting off the top yellow. I think they have a couple of options.
掉了，不能跑了，不能跑了，掉了。
能不能下来？粘着他呢。好。
So maybe over curling and trying to find an option here. And you know, I don't think that's too horrible.
Well, they do spin in for 3rd shot.
I think it's going to be very difficult to play a double here.
The double would jam onto the red.
Yeah, even if you get there, there's still that long guard played by Yu Yan Sung earlier in the end. So, you know, even though China missed their shots. They
Pour deux.
get good use of them. A bit of flow.
A bit of flow, and I would say
Carreau
good
pour deux,
communication.
True.
Good teamwork.
Always looking
Ah, on
to
s'est
make the
marqué,
best
non?
out of every
Allez.
shot.
Parti. Tu préfères jouer l'elfe carreau là ou ça?
So are they gonna
Ça, faut tirer vite.
play that yellow onto the red? Not sure if you can score two that way.
L'elfe, la même que tout à l'heure.
Ouais. Oui.
Those hit
Sinon,
on
il y a
the
la
red.
poussette, mais ça fait qu'un.
What will happen then?
On essaye le tir.
Le
Probably
carreau,
a steal
la
for
fait
China.
qu'un.
I don't know.
Pas sûr.
You
Normal.
could maybe get
Normal.
both of those yellows moving.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
Just wonder if you can move it enough. I wonder if the red stone you hit might spin back onto the back red. Got to get fairly close to the top yellow for sure. Let's see. Last stone of the fifth end.
Oh, l'elfe.
France
Zéro.
still looking
Zéro.
for a score.
Zéro.
Looking very close. And actually scored two.
Belle, l'elfe.
Amazing shot. So France up on the scoreboard.
Bah, je vais te dire que là, elle est passée à.
I think I want to see that again. That was a pretty good shot. So after 5 ends now, France finally up on the scoreboard. China though still leads 6 shots to 2, and we'll have Hammer coming into the sixth end.
Moi de là-bas, je la voyais pas, je faisais la forme carreau. Hein.
Ouais, mais ça, faut pas y craindre.
Ouais, c'est ce qui m'a semblé. C'est moi qui vais là-bas.
Seem a lot more cheery now. Maybe just a switch around in the lineup is what worked for France there. So they will stick to it. Delphine Charlet playing shots 1 and 5. We're going to keep seeing Tony Angiboost playing 2, 3 and 4.
Certainly did work out for them. They got 2. Made that change in the halftime break. Maybe we can see a fantastic turnaround for France.
Maybe we could. And also, really important in that last end, Delphine did come up and make a really good shot on her first.
C'est la double.
Doesn't quite seem to get it there this time.
Hein?
This will come up short
Ah oui, tu la
and
coupes.
actually over curling on the guard.
C'est couché?
Juste à la fin de
À la
ta glisse, tu fais ça.
So, come around for China. Liu Xia. An attempt to lock another one on their shot stone in behind the button.
线路没问题啊，线路没问题。哦，啊，都是给你了。
Nice shot there by Liu.
啊，别好，别好，别好，别好。Je mets ça.
So important to start off the end on the right foot. France missed one shot. China makes a good come around, and now does make things very difficult for France. Even if they have four stones to go.
Pas mal. Juste la ligne.
Ouais.
Juste ligne.
Juste la vitesse, juste la vitesse, juste la vitesse, Tony.
So a freeze call here by Tony. And looks like he's going to lock it dead on.
Really good shot by Tony.
他把中间的那个请开，那个别请，你说呢？
你过来。
你把中间请开呗。
这个球有一个这个。
So we've seen France feeling off guard so far. Now we're going to see China doing the same thing from the looks of it.
打开呢？
你要是打他过来，你再转回来呢？你就奔打一个呗。
不能转回来，这怎么能转回来呢？
不是你打一个不好吗？你觉得呢？
打一个他还有个站位，这个球在实验室线以里。
这站位的话，挡他那边视线。
咱就这么说吧。
行，你感觉咋打就咋打，现在咱时间有限。
对不对？
So China is the one to be playing the run back now.
What do they want to achieve with this, Sander?
I think that is to run this guard back and blast the top two in the house there, and maybe even open the center.
Whoa.
So a bit wide here, might get second prize though. We'll pick off the guards, so even though two reds are lying in the house, I think that's okay for China. No guards in front.
Yeah, they'd be quite happy with that. They're 4 points up. And they do have hammer, so everything but a steal here is definitely okay for China. Picking off guards is certainly one way of making sure that that doesn't happen.
Ça, comme ça au moins il y a déjà 2 jaunes derrière la T-line. Like. La même qu'avant, la même glace qu'avant.
Tony Andrew Boost just looking for a little tap on the yellow, trying to come to nose, maybe even a bit inside. Lot of rotation on this draw. I think he was a bit inside though, and you see him over curling by quite some margin. Really looked like an out inside release from Tony there, and is also a couple of feet short. Then again, not the worst spot.
No, definitely not.
I think maybe I would like to curl an inch more, maybe, because I do think that doubles there without jamming too much.
Yeah, but still though, China needs to make a double now, and France can still use the 2 Chinese stones on the button, just a little tap or a little freeze, and they might be able to get something in there that will be difficult for China to remove.
Certainly going to see some big weight from Ji Yansong. Let's see if he can get some red stones moving. Certainly can. Does play the double. Very nice shot.
It's very accurate and good technique from Ji Yansong.
Soit je tire. Si je fais le double, on se prend pas 2. Si je fais ça, c'est pour voler. Faut qu'on vole, hein, de toute façon, hein, non? Parce que si ça fait 7-2, il reste 2 N.
Comme ça?
Ouais.
So I think Tony's looking for the same shot.
Faut que j'arrive carreau. Je pousse juste un petit peu. Ouais.
I think that was Tony just telling Charlie that you wouldn't mind a little tap.
Sounds like something that would be wise to say, so I think so.
Just make a little tap and create that little nest of yellow stones in the back of the tee. Sit in front. It's going to make it hard for China to remove the red. So looking close. Doesn't want to tap it too far. No. It's a nice shot. But probably looking to curl a bit more and have just a tiny bit less weight. Am I being very demanding?
Yes. But this is a world championship, so I think you're allowed to be demanding, Sander.
And China has called a big shot here. Looking for a double. I think he could easily blast off the top red. Might catch his own yellow, and Tony has a chance to sit too, but would still open things up for China. Make it very easy to score one. But it's going to go for the big shot, and why not? He's been playing well. Yi Yansong. But this time, gonna more or less hit the stone on the nose, and Franz is lying shot. So chance for them to steal. I'm not sure if that was the right call. But China is always looking for the best results.
Yeah, you gotta give him that. I think that's a good thing, but maybe here you just want to play a little bit smart, because it's lying a little bit dangerous for China right now.
Comme tu veux. C'est soit ça, l'elfe. Et on est là et on est pas mal. Soit on vient là.
So do you like to just put a guard up, a stone in front, or come down and play a little tap?
Well, the safest, they are lying shot. So you could guard it. If you tap this, dangerous if you don't tap it dead on and you leave it in an angle, and it's just an easy double for China and they could get 4. But still, if you give it a little tap just straight on the nose, how does China score?
Don't know.
Could still work off that yellow one that was just placed there by Ji Yansong.
I think maybe that's it's a thought of Tony Angeboost, is if you put the guard on, he'll have that a little line off. If you put one more stone in there, it's going to be a bit more difficult for China to score. But again, higher risk for France. So I think maybe they're just playing the simpler shot. And that's a tight guard to the house. But as we maybe talked before, playing the guards isn't that easy when you don't have the sweepers to hold the line. You got to pretty much find the perfect ice and hit dead on the broom. And it's gonna slide a bit too far, and it's not gonna get the line either. So maybe a double here to score 3 for China. I think 4 looks quite difficult, but it might be there too.
Yeah, with an absolute perfect hit here, you could score 4, but 3 is the most likely if you make the double.
That's yeah, you have to catch the second red quite thin to avoid the jamming on to the backstone. But if you throw enough weight, you'll surely be fine.
And I have a feeling Liu Si, yeah, can throw some weight at this.
We'll see. Should be able to score at least 2. With a good attempt. Last stone of the 6th. Looking to increase their lead. But even more. Looking very close. Now they're sweeping a bit for line. And does play the shot for 3. Very nicely executed. Did catch the back yellow as we mentioned. So China moves to a 9 shots to 2 lead after 6. Not sure what happened here though. Was there a little situation down there on the ice?
Yes, but I don't speak either Chinese or French, so I can't really tell you what happened, Sander.
那线非常好，那球吧。
那球我出来往上拧的。
对，完
我不顶就又下去了。
那球是，要是我是擦边的，我喊的时候，我喊 wall 的时候，基本上就能。
行，你可以去了。
这已经
我攻城身退了，可以。
Anyway, big smiles from the Chinese team, which is expected when you're up 9 shots to 2 with 2 ends to go. So again, China and Liu Xia gets us underway in the 7th end. Just looking to make that perfect freeze, sweeping it hard for line. Rex on the guard and rolls into the top 12 foot.
Un peu vite.
What would it take for France to get back in this game now?
As usual, they have to make all their shots, and China needs to miss a lot of shots. Curling can be complex, but it's also quite easy sometimes.
Complex but quite easy.
I think they just need to apply some pressure on China, because they're playing the simple shots so well, but then again they're playing the difficult shots quite well as well.
Yeah, but they haven't really been under pressure so far, and I think we need to see France get at least 4 in this end if they want to still be in the game. Still not allowed to play any sort of takeout. Here is Ji Yanchong trying in behind the yellow guard. Really good line. Just a little bit too much weight.
Yeah, you might see France come down and freeze onto that now.
Non, 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 comme ça, là.
Comme ça?
Au moins, non?
Moi encore?
Tony Angiboost for France. Needs to get a lot of yellow stones into the house in the 7th end to stay alive in this game. Really heavy with that one. Almost punches it all the way through the house. Manages to stick around. France sitting 1 at the moment.
OK。
China just want to remove this red stone back of the button. Hope to get a little roll out to the right hand side.
Doesn't quite roll far enough. So might have left a shot for France. They want to roll straight back, or if they want to play a draw.
Est-ce que je tire et je roule là, ou est-ce que je viens avec là?
Je me disais que c'était pas mal de tirer roulé.
Tirer roulé?
You can play a double here, or just
non, pas au point au milieu, c'est rien.
jam onto the yellow. You'll sit nicely beneath the guard.
Donc, là, ça fait rouge et la jaune est monstre décalé, donc faut que je passe fin et je curl.
Comme ça?
Tout à l'heure, là, j'ai ouvert.
So that takeout being called. Needs to get the roll and
Very
do
nice.
so.
Good shot. Sits beneath the guard.
Some good precision there by Angiboost.
Now China's called the freeze, I think.
Looks like it. Important for China to get this in a good position now. They can just hold France to scoring 1, then France would need 6 in the last end to tie the game. Should be a lot to hope for, so
Very nicely
important
played.
shot and beautiful. China now sits 2 and at least partly behind cover.
不是，我说这个时候他10号不能插，越近相关性越强啊。
So a freeze or a tap here from France.
Yep. Just want to come down and tap this one back. Try a last shot. Needs to score here.
C'est vite ça.
Attention, ça
Just
revient.
waiting
Delph.
for line so far. Looking maybe a bit too heavy. So doesn't get quite what he wanted, but has pushed the yellows on the back of the tee.
Yes,
Mais quoi?
China still
Blanc,
sitting
vert?
2 right now though.
Ouais, un petit peu. 打打我或者是
你感觉？你感觉打
不是我感
咱就打。
不是我
So
感觉
France has the chance
咱
to
这
啊，
款
行行，那没
come
有
around
你
again,
来吧
but
你
I
感觉
think
稳了
maybe
你就来。
China's going to beat them to the post.
对吧？顺
And,
势啊，运气有点别。
是啊
play
我
that
说
seam
打
come
这儿
around
然后看
themselves
能不能把
and
它
sit on top of the tee line.
行，然后奔那个去也行。
什么点？
Or
这个
they may be playing a hit.
打掉就行。
OK。
Looks like it.
Yeah, definitely not a bad call. Hitting this red would really just making sure that France cannot score more than one. And I think that would give China the game.
Yeah, my mistake. There's only one stone to go for France, so obviously can only score one.
We all make mistakes, Sander. I've made a couple, so that's fine.
So an open hit. We want to stick this one though. If not, there might be a double for France to score more than two. She's going to do quite well with that, so don't think they've left any trebles on.
行，
So it's probably just a shot for one.
没事儿。
不是，我就感觉打对咱这局势。
Toi, tu fais le point. Entre les deux. Dernière pierre, comme tu veux. On fera rien d'autre, de toute façon, après on serre la main. On a plus de temps, pour jouer le dernier N.
Tu choisis.
C'est pour toi, Delph, tu veux faire. Si t'as la vitesse point, on vient là, hein.
Ah, j'avais la vitesse pointe tout à l'heure, mais.
Si tu veux tirer, on tire.
Le tir?
Ok. Comme tout à l'heure, celui-là?
Ouais.
Celui-là ou celui-là?
So
Tout à l'heure, tu
seems
l'as
like
fait.
In
Charlotte.
turn or out turn.
At least we can understand the international language of body language.
Of waving arms.
Looking at playing the hit. Not feeling too comfortable with the draw weight here, Charlotte, I would guess. So nose hit to score one. And I predict that this will be the last shot of the game.
Donc elle curle pas.
T'inquiète, elle va viendre.
Does make it.
Thank you.
And scores one. And you'll see Tony Anjaboost and Charlotte shake hands. China wins this game. France managed to get a couple of points up on the scoreboard, at least. So at the end, we'll see China winning this game 9-3 after 6 ends.
So that means China now on 3 straight wins, while France on 4 losses and only 1 win so far. Elsewhere in the Ezurum curling arena, Canada beat Turkey 8-3. Switzerland leading Estonia 9-5. Austria beat Latvia. Score there was 10-4. And Finland are up 9-7 against Norway and looking pretty good in the 8th end. Our next feature game will be between Denmark and Scotland. We've seen some really great performance from both of these teams, so expect a really good game. It'll be at 9 o'clock local time, so tune in then. For now, thank you for watching. See you later.